And welcome back to Fed News. This week we're going to be looking at what happened between September 30th and October 3rd. Again, this is the Fake Figure World News. So your current world champions, things have changed. Vader was able to knock off Mankind to win the WCW World title. The Ring of Honor Representative Champion was added, which I will explain what that is. Mark Jindrak able to beat Snitsky to win the Impact World title in his debut match. Mr. Kennedy crowned the TNA Representative Champion in a 16-man tournament that took place. Oh, and The Rock defeated Goldberg and Cody Rhodes in a triple threat, everyone undefeated. Basically, all three men were going in with winning streaks, never being beaten since I started doing this. So The Rock did finally win that belt in a pretty good match. Other champions, of course, you can see down here we have now trios champions, Adam Cole, Jon Moxley, and Brody Lee. In a random drawing, ended up winning the match over the Young Bucks and Adam Page. As well as Shelton becoming the new 24/7 champion. Ricky Steamboat winning the European title. But let's get on with the news, shall we? So the Four Horsemen debuted this week in the main event, defeating Hart Foundation, Chris Benoit, and Psycho Sid. Bret Hart was scheduled to defend his title against Chris Benoit. However, Bob Orton Jr. stepped in at In Your Home 3 after Chris Benoit quit in protest because of current storyline or lack thereof opportunity. Barry Windham will battle The Undertaker at In Your Home 3. Mr. and Tully Branch have been added to the LOD Demolition Tag Team match at In Your Home 3. Mr. Perfect and Larry Zbyszko will debut after In Your Home 3, so they have yet to arrive yet, but will be shortly. Along with last week, we introduced the idea of Heat, or a secondary show. Heat will be the secondary show for the WWF going forward, as well as Velocity will be going for the WWE, which says right there will be appearing a triple threat pay-per-view. Booker T is scheduled to face Steve Austin for the IC belt. Chris Benoit and John Cena will challenge Roman Reigns for the US belt in a triple threat match. Sting and Lex Luger have also debuted. Sting was with the WWF. Apparently he has left and gone on to team up with Lex Luger, who was in the WCW, getting a win over a tag team over Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. So they will be featured in the pay-per-view as well. Chad Gable has announced that he has signed with WCW, although no plans for him to debut this year. He will likely be placed into the draft pool. Lex Luger has left without notice, which, as you're aware, Cesaro and Ali have debuted and will be featured on Thunder shows going forward to start out with. And, of course, Thunder will begin happening after Spring Stampede pay-per-view. In AEW news, The Blade and The Butcher have arrived for ring conditioning. Dark will take place after the next pay-per-view and happen every other week. So, again, it's not an every week show, just every other week. Same with all the other ones. NXT, Kurt Angle has given his notice will be leaving in the near future to expect storylines for him to greatly dwindle, likely just being placed in random match to help put over new stars. That is NXT's statement, what they're planning to do with him until he goes off to WWE. Impact, it has been announced the Impact X Division Championship will get a new look going forward. I believe they're going to try to match it up with the blue concept since all the other belts are kind of blue in the Impact. Ring of Honor has decided to put a representee championship into Impact. It will be the Ring of Honor Representative Champion. That will be happening here in the near future as well. IWGP partners up with Impact and announces a partnership with the IWGP United States Championship belt to be used on their shows as well. And Impact has signed Carlito, Chris Bay, and Jay White to Impact. And the company has expressed interest in adding Luther Reigns, Sean Stasiak, Perry Saturn, Muhammad Hassan, Rodney Mack, and Shane Douglas. Currently, there's negotiations. I can state that Sean Stasiak is probably the closest to possibly debuting. Everybody else is still in very early talks. Another brand news: the WSX will be added to the Open Door Wrestling as Vampiro, Laredo Kid, and Tenacious Jr. have agreed to join along Conan within the year, so they'll be added to the Open Door Wrestling policy. Ashanti Adonis has agreed to wrestle for a brand in ODW. It is unknown yet as which brand he'll be joining yet, as ECW has actually decided to find a new sponsorship and run a promotion of only 25 wrestlers a year as a development brand. So they're going to be leaving the Open Door Wrestling and rather where the old ECW wrestlers on the roster are now going to become known as JPW, which is Japan Pro Wrestling, and they're going to be partnering up with Open Door Wrestling. Another news, a surprising twist too, Giant Gonzalez has left the NWA. He has not signed on with anywhere else. He has just given his notice and he has left. Here is the ECW starting roster: Jinder Mahal, Ivar, Eric, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Jason Jordan, Chavo Guerrero, Victor and Connor of the Ascension, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel, Mark Henry, Tyson Kidd, and David Hart Smith, Hart Dynasty teaming back up again, Big Cass, Elias, William Regal and Finley, Rhino, Titus O'Neil, R-Truth, Adam Rose, Cassius Ono, Bo Dallas, and Yoshi Tatsu. These will be the 25 men that will start out the ECW roster. It has been noted that the ECW guys will be moved up to NXT after the first year is up, with new guys coming in to start in the ECW roster. So it's kind of like a development towards the NXT roster. And this week, we'll keep it very short, but congrats to a lot of new champions. Mark Jindrak winning the Impact World Championship in his debut. Jerry Lynn also debuting and winning the Impact X Division Championship. Mr. Kennedy crowned the TNA Champion Representative for Impact. Sylvester Terkay beating Kenzo Suzuki to win the NWA World Championship. Chris Candido and Alex Wright winning the OROH Tag Team Championships. That's original Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. And then Kenny Omega defeating Chris Jericho to win the TNT Championship. Adam Cole, Brody Lee, and Jon Moxley won the AEW Trios Championships, defeating Young Bucks and Adam Page. CM Punk retained his World Championship over Hook in the Slam Quest main event. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford winning the WCW Tag Team Championships from Nash Carter and Wes Lee. Tommaso Ciampa winning the WCW Cruiserweight Championship from X-Pac. Vader winning the WCW World Championship from Mankind. Over in the WWF, Ricky Steamboat winning the European Championship. Bob Orton Jr. winning the Hardcore Championship after Chris Benoit left the company and no-showed his title match. $1 Million Man winning the WWF Television Championship. Owen Hart and British Bulldog winning the WWF Tag Team Championships. And congratulations to Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Ultimate Warrior defeating the Clique of HBK, Diesel, and Razor Ramon in the main event of In Your Home 3 Clique's Trial. In WWE, the Shelton Benjamin winning the 24/7 Championship, Booker T winning the Intercontinental Championship, and The Rock defeating Cody Rhodes and Goldberg in an undefeated triple threat match for the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. That's all the news for this week. Check back next week at this time to find out the new results.